Hey, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Kakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of the great millstone, who all learn this truth from the root well. Peace had tasted 144,000, and the rest of the 1/3, a large multitude unto y'all say shalom. Coming to you back with another lesson through the spirit, and the title for this was going to be Economic Collapse is on the way, because we see all the signs of the crumbling of America, from the crumbling of its economy to the crumbling of the morals on these people, from their morals and optimism for the future of this place. It's pretty much dwindling, and is going to get to the point where people aren't going to have any hope left, because majority of these Americans were counting on Donald Trump, the current president, to quote unquote make America great again, to pull it out from its declining economy that the past administration ran by Biden and that other demon Kamala. They were putting their bets on Donald Trump to pull the economy from its recession, because a lot of these experts and these Americans, they claim that America wasn't in a recession, but it's been in a recession since, the dollar, since it got taken away from being backed up by silver, which pretty much made the dollar a fiat currency because it wasn't being backed up by anything. And how much more now that all these countries are dropping a dollar. You had Saudi Arabia no longer dealing with the dollar, and pretty much it's going to get to the point where every single country is going to stop dealing with the dollar and is going to start using their own currency, because you got the BRICS that was formed, to combat the U.S. dollar, and you got all these different countries wanting to join the BRICS. You got Trump putting tariffs on Mexico, Canada, on China, Russia, and all that's going to do is just worsening the state of the U.S. economy, because a couple of days ago you had, I think, $1.3 trillion just wiped away from the stock market, just like that. So it's going to get to the point where the stock market is going to crash and America isn't going to be the same, because America is just one event away or two from just all hell breaking loose. If all these banks get shut down and these people's bank accounts get closed, they're going to riot. They're going to go to these banks, riot, and ask where's their money. But, when that happens, all that money isn't going to be returned. It's all going to be wiped away to set up the new digital currency system that's being established by the way of AI, by the way of Elon Musk and Donald Trump, leading up to what's going to be the mass implementation of the MOTB. They're going to offer the solution to take the micro C-HIP for you to wait for a way for you to get your money back. The majority of these people, they were comfortable here in America. They might have been well off, because a lot of Jake, the nation of Israel, comprised of these so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, they're very comfortable here. They may, have their big house, their nice set of cars, their high-paying job or career. They're settled on their leaves. They're comfortable here. They don't want America to end. But all the signs are pointing towards the end of this current society, the end of Babylon the Great, the end of America. Because just like Rome, the money was being devalued. And same thing is happening today. We got the constant printing out of the U.S. dollar that's only going to make inflation go up higher and bring down the value of the dollar. because eventually it's going to get to the point where it's going to be hyperinflation. Carton of eggs is going to cost $300, a loaf of bread $400, milk $500, and crazy ass prices like that, which is going to lead the people to not pay these prices. What they're going to do is eventually riot in the streets. You're going to have uproars of the people, insurrections, like in 2nd Ezra chapter 15 and 16. People aren't going to regard their police, their mayors. They're going to do what's in their best interest, because when people don't have nothing to eat, when they don't have their entertainment, their bread and circus, that's when they go nuts. But as long as you give them bread and circus, and they're not going to riot. That's why 5 years ago, 2020, you had the C-demic, the C-19, and people were brought back to reality because there wasn't no bread and circus. Everything shut down. So how much more when we have another shutdown, when there's no entertainment going now, when you can't go out and shop, you can't go out and do your regular routine like people are used to doing. They're used to going to work, they're used to going to these jobs, they're used to going to the club on the weekends, and it's just a cycle that these Americans, these Babylonians are used to. But when all that gets taken away, they're gonna go crazy, they're gonna go psycho, because they're not gonna have that comfort, that so-called comfort that they have. They're not gonna be able to resort to their drugs, their meds, resort to alcohol, resort to whatever wickedness they're into. When all that gets taken away, then they're gonna lose it. But we're seeing all these signs that that's ready to happen. The stock market dropped down a couple days ago, and a lot of these preppers, these experts are saying that this might be the one. This might be the one that crashes it all, and everything's gonna go to shit. This whole economy. And here, the ones in this truth and this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, we know that America is not going to bounce back. It's going to be destroyed. But first, it's going to be brought down piece by piece. And eventually, the final play to finally wipe this place off the face of the earth is going to be the ICBMs, the intercontinental ballistic missiles. But first, this place is going to be plagued. It's going to be hit by pestilences, famine, death, destruction, war, civil war. This is Jeremiah chapter 51 and verse 8. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her, take balm for her pain. If so, she may be healed. And this is what's currently happening. But Babylon is falling, but it's gonna get to the point where this place is gonna be destroyed. But first, it's gonna crumble, just like Rome did back in the day. But that wound was healed. This Babylon, this modern day age Rome, isn't going to be healed. It's going to be utterly destroyed. But first, it's going to collapse. It's going to implode on itself. The housing market is going to crash. The car, the car market is going to crash. The stock market is going to crash. These 401ks are going to be wiped down. This place is going to come back. This place is going to pretty much keep on falling until it gets destroyed. Verse 9, we would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her and let us go every one into his own country, for her judgment reaches unto heaven and is lifted up even to the skies. And that's the point. This place, Babylon the Great, America, mystery Babylon, isn't going to be healed. It's going to be utterly destroyed by the way of that fire, by the way of that intercontinental ballistic missiles. Those are warheads. But first, it's going to be taken, down bit by bit, just like Egypt did. There was a plague after plague after plague, and that's what we're seeing now. We're seeing all these different famines hit on Babylon the Great. Egg prices going up to $10, $15, $20. And eventually it's going to be hyperinflation, where people aren't going to have the means to buy groceries, to pay their rent. And the only solution is this devil Esau Edom is going to offer up that C-hip for you to be able to eat again. But if, you take that C-hip, then you're going to have to be thrown in that lake of fire and be destroyed along with Babylon the Great, to be an example of what not to be, to not be wicked, to not push out, that wine upon the earth and pollute everybody's mindsets, because that's all America has done. It's pushed out its dollar, its democracy, its mindset, its wine, the alphabet agenda, feminism, and all sorts of madness that aren't supposed to be pushed out on the mindset of these people. That's why everybody's bugged out. Everybody's bugging the hell out, because the earth isn't being ran in righteousness, it's being ran in wickedness. That's why America, the mother of all harlots, the root of the problem, is going to have to be wiped out, because it doesn't profit anybody or anything. All it causes is just death and destruction. Get this next scripture. This is Haggai chapter 1 and verse 6. Ye have sown much, but bringing little. Ye eat, but ye have not enough. Ye drink, but ye are not filled with drink. Ye clothe you, but there is none warm. And he that earneth wages that put it into a bag with holes. And that's America. That's Babylon the Great. People constantly are going to work, working 40, 50, 60, 70 hours, only for them to be able to barely make their rent, barely pay groceries. Some people can't even afford groceries. They got to either pay their rent or buy groceries. It's either having a roof under your head or being able to eat. And, it's only going to get worse by all these different tariffs being imposed on these different countries, all the price of goods going up, for 25, 50%, rent constantly going up. And these wages and these salaries, they're not keeping up, with the inflation. So it's going to get to the point where people aren't going to be able to afford food, groceries, rent, water, clothes. And the only solution that this devil Esau Edom is going to offer is going to be that charagma, that Revelation chapter 13 and verse 16. He's going to offer a solution for you to be able to rent and eat. But what's going to come with that is going to be that Revelation 14. You're going to be utterly destroyed along with America, Babylon the Great, for trusting in this devil. And 2/3 of our people, they're going to go down to Egypt for help. They're going to go down to Esau Edom for help, instead of trusting in Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Instead of fearing the Lord, knowing what he's going to do if you take that charagma. There's not going to be any repentance from taking the charagma, and you're going to have to be destroyed and be brought back through the loins of the elect if you take that charagma. But us in this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, we're going to put our faith in Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. We're going to put our trust in Yahweh Bashim Yahushai to deliver us and to keep us in the days we're about to come into, because we're about to come into Jacob's trouble, martial law, the hour of temptation. But we have this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Isaiah 33:6. Knowledge, wisdom, and understanding should be the stability of thy times, and the strength. I don't want to butcher it. Let me get it real quick. Isaiah 33:6, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and the strength of salvation, the fear of the Lord. Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is his treasure. And that's our true treasure. That's our true riches, putting those treasures in heaven, building up our faith, trusting in Yahweh Bashim Yahushai that he's going to keep us in the day of calamity, that he's going to deliver us. But the rest of our people, the 2/3, they're trusting in his wicked ass system, in his economy, in his crumbling society, in the stock market, and their 401k to deliver them. But when all that comes crashing down, they're going to be bugging out because they weren't expecting it. But us in his knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, we have the foresight that this place is going to crumble, or not going to crumble, but this place is crumbling and is going to be eventually be destroyed. you know, because it doesn't profit anybody or anything, you know. America's only death. That's all it ever pushes. That's all it ever pushed. So it's going to have to be destroyed. It's going to have to be brought down to the dust because it doesn't have any profit for anybody or anything, especially for the nation of Israel, comprised of these so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. You know, but that's pretty much the point. Pray this is edifying to the elect. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, for all of them true firm to rule well. Peace had tasted 144,000, and the rest of the 1/3, the large multitude, unto you I say Shalom.